Assalamualaikum. My name is Nushakira Andira, and I am from group 21F-07. Me and my friends will present on Hiap Huat Sendirian Berhad Company. So this is our team. So our leader is Nofarina Hani binti Rahaimi, and then the second one is Muhammad Irfan Hakimi. Then me myself Nushakira Andira binti Ahmad Nizam, Tana Lechumi, Wong Sin Ye, and also Muhammad Faiz bin Shahizad. So for the current situation for Hiap Huat Holdings Berhad, it is a company that it is an industry that handles waste management, lubricant and paint production, which involved in fuel trading and also using lab service. It is located at Kajang, Selangor. They were listed in Bursa Malaysia since 2011. This company focused on strict environmental and governance standards, which they are prioritizing to innovate and sustainability for long-term growth, which create a supportive work environment for their employees. So the certificate that they has are ISO 9001, ISO 14001, ISO 45001, and also ISO 17025. They were also certificate with ISCC certificate. So their mission and vision is to become a leader in used oil recycling through the innovation and technology, and their mission is to manage and recycle waste oil in an eco-friendly way. So their strength, this company's strength is on the strong customer relationship, ongoing product and technology improvement, and also believe that continuous innovation to grow this business. Finance refers to how a company can manage and control their company, including who are making decision, who are setting the rules, who are handling risk in the company. So for Hiap Huat Holdings Berhad, the strong corporate governance helps to ensure the company operates ethically, legally, and also efficiently. So this company board directors are having different skills. So if they want someone who has experience in business leader, they can refer to Dato Chan Sehwa and also Su Kit Lin, because they have deep knowledge in this industry. The experience in pollution can help on prevent problems. So for their if they need to have a financial experts, they can refer to Zulkifli bin Zakaria, Li Yuweng, and also Wong Keng Fei to monitor the company finances, ensuring everything that is transparent and still follow the law. This is to protect the company from issues like fraud or financial mismanagement. So if they want to having a legal advice, so they can have the advice from Cheng Mun Mun, which she is oversees legal compliance by making sure Hiap Huat Holdings Berhad follow all environmental and safety regulation. This can reduce a legal risk and encourage ethical practice. So for operation specialists, they have Chow Pooling, which focus on smooth day-to-day operation and helping building a company culture based on doing things the right way.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Faiz bin Shahizad and my method number is 221220663, and now I will present about the external environmental analysis in our project, starting with the key opportunities in the industries. Firstly, we are seeing a high industrial demand post-COVID, especially for automation and digital technologies. This creates strong market potential for companies prepared to scale. Secondly, government green policy incentive are actively encouraging business to adopt sustainable practice. This incentive can reduce costs and enhance competitiveness. Another opportunity in the Asian expansion potential, the regional market is growing rapidly, offering access to new customer base and business partners. In addition, the rise of Industry 4.0 technologies such as Internet of Things and automation present innovation opportunities that can drive operational efficiency. Lastly, green financing options are becoming more accessible, supporting sustainable projects through favorable financial terms. However, several threats also exist in the external environment. First, oil price volatility can impact operational costs and pricing strategies, particularly for logistic-heavy business. Next, the rising compliance costs tied to environmental and industry regulation can be a financial burden, especially for SMEs. We also face intense competition for multinational corporations, which often have stronger resources and brand presence. Another concern is the foreign exchange risk, especially when expanding regionally or importing materials. Lastly, technology gaps and supply chain risks remain a challenge, especially for firms still transitioning into digital operation. To summarize, our EFAS matrix give a total weight score of 3.52, which reflect a strong external positioning. This means that although threat exists, the opportunities outweigh them, giving our business a strategic edge in the current market landscape.
Now let's look at the internal strength of the company. First, we have a diverse product portfolio. This means the company offers a wide range of products, allowing it to cater to multiple market segments and reduce dependency on any single product line. Secondly, we practice a vertical integration, which gives us greater control over our supply chain, help to reduce costs and improve efficiency. Next, our export capabilities allow us to tap into international market, particularly in Southeast Asia, expanding our revenue sources beyond the local market. The company also holds ISO certification, which assures our stakeholders that our product and process meet international quality standards. Lastly, we benefit from an experienced management team whose expertise and leadership continue to drive growth and innovation across the organization. Despite our strength, there are some internal weaknesses that we need to address. Firstly, there is a heavy reliance on a few key clients, which can be risky if any of them reduce their order or switch to competitors. Secondly, our presence outside the ASEAN region is limited, restricting our global growth potential. We also face high operation costs, which can impact our profit margin. Another concern is our low investment in research and development. Without a strong R&D, it's difficult to innovate or keep up with the industry trend. Finally, we are operating with aging infrastructure, which may lead to inefficiency and higher maintenance costs over the time. This slide presents the internal factor evaluation metric IFAS, which has summarized and quantified our internal environment. Each factor is assigned a weight and rating, which are then multiple to get a weighted score. The product portfolio has the highest weighted at 0.14 and rating at 4, giving a strong score of 0.56. Vertical integration also scored well, contributing 0.48. However, customer reliance, which is a weakness, scored only 0.20 due to its lower rating of 2. Adding this value gives us a total weighted score of 3.05, which falls under the moderately strong category. This means that overall the company has a solid internal position with a strength slightly outweighed the weakness. However, there is still room for improvement, especially in reducing client dependency and increased R&D investment.
Strategic Factor Analysis SFAS. Our total weight score is 4.96, which is excellent positioning, and we are combined IFAS and EFAS into one framework. and we are strong match between key strengths and opportunities, which is product diversity plus industrial or Asian growth, and our ISO certification plus ESG investor trend. And our critical issue is reduce client reliance and improve R&D and compliance system. Let's talk about analysis of strategy factors for our strength. The first one is diverse portfolio across petroleum sector. The second one is vertical integration, which is in-house recycling or blending. The third point is strategy location near parts, which is at Selangor. And the fourth point is strong export network in Southeast Asia. And the last point for strength is ESG focus, which is ISO certification and recycling technology. Next, for our weakness is income volatility, which is oil price dependency. Client concentration is our second point, which is heavy reliance on few customer. And the third one is limited global reach, which minimal EU or NA presence. And the fourth point is high cost, which is energy or compliance. And the last point for our weakness is technology gaps, which is aging facilities and slow industry 4.0 adoption. Let's talk about next opportunities, which is the first point is Asian expansions, past pandemic recovery and trade path. And the next one is green incentive, which is government ESG funding, lubricant or recycle oil needs. And the third one is automation, which is industry 4.0 for cost or quality gains. And the next one is ESG branding, which is attract eco-conscious clients or investors. The next one is trades. The first point is price volatility, which is crude oil in Malaysia ringgit or USD fluctuations. And the next one is regularity risks, which is tightening environmental compliance. And the third point is competition, which is global or local chemicals firm. And the fourth one is supply chain risks, which is geopolitical or pandemic disruption. And the last point is cost inflation, which is rising wages, transport, or utilities.
Hi, now we are going to talk about 6.0 strategic alternative. First, the company has several strengths. It has a diverse product portfolio serving various sectors such as automotive and oil and gas, which helped reduce its dependency on any single market. It's also vertically integrated, meaning it controls the entire supply chain, from sourcing to distribution, which enhance efficiency, cost control, and quality. On top of that, its ISO 9001 and 14001 certification boosts its credibility, especially in environmentally conscious and regulated markets. However, there are also weaknesses. The company is highly dependent on a few key customers, which creates risk in any of them pull out. It also has limited presence outside the Asian region, restricting its global growth potential. Furthermore, low investment in R&D, especially in an industry that moving towards sustainability solutions. Looking at opportunities, there are growing demand in the industrial and construction sectors, especially post-pandemic. Government policies now also support green initiatives, offering incentives and grants that Hiap can leverage. Additionally, Asian market integration under trade agreements like AFTA open up chances to expand their neighboring countries like Indonesia and Vietnam. But the company must be cautious of trades. Oil price volatility directs impact raw materials costs and profits. Tightening regulations in the chemical industry can increase compliance costs and operational risk. Lastly, intense competition from both local players and global giants pressure Huat to consistently improve pricing, service, and innovation. Now, we are going to talk about recommended strategy. At the corporate level, we suggest expanding into new Asian markets like Vietnam, Indonesia, and the Philippines. This allows Huat to reduce its reliance on local customers and tap into growing industrial demand. The expansion should start with market research, followed by partnership or joint ventures, setting up local office, and hiring religion staff. Success can be tracked through new revenue, reduced client concentration, and compliance performance. At the business level, Huat should differentiate through green and eco-friendly products. With ISO 14001 certification and internet capabilities, the company can develop biodegradable lubricants and low-toxicity chemicals. This aligns with rising environmental awareness and tighter regulations. R&D investment, rebranding, and targeted green marketing will help capture new eco-conscious customers. KPIs include green product revenue, government incentive, and reduced environmental impact. Lastly, the financial strategy focuses on improving liquidity and reducing risk. With weakening financial ratios and rising debt, Hiap Huat should tighten working capital, reduce short-term debt, and seek long-term or green financing. Cost control and financial governance will also be key. Target ratios include a current ratio above 3.0, quick ratio over 1.2, and an operating margin of at least 8%. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good evening to my lecturer. My name is Muhammad Ifah Kimi bin Muhammad Edi, metric numbers 221220674. Now, let's look at our implementation plan, which will be carried out phase to reduce risk and ensure focused investment. So in this implementation plan, we have 5 steps. Step 1, we will begin with market research in key ASEAN countries, which is Indonesia, Vietnam, and the Philippines, to identify growth potential and understand local regulation. Step 2, we aim to form strategic partnership with local distributors to simplify entry into this new market. Step 3, we will establish distribution network by setting up warehouse and logistic support to ensure smooth operation. Step 4, we will launch broad awareness campaign using social media and participate in the regional trade event to boost visibility. And finally, step 5, we will gather customer feedback through survey and CRM system to continue improve our product and service. By following this step, we ensure a low risk and efficient entry into new market. So for this part, I will explain about the challenge and mitigation. Although our plan is solid, we do expect a few challenges, but we also have strategy to overcome them. First, high initial cost. We will address by implementing the plan in this phase and securing green financing or business loans. Second, digital skill gap. We will provide upskilling opportunities for current staff and recruit professionals in e-commerce and digital marketing. Third, logistic issue. To avoid delivery delays, we will partner with reliable third-party logistic provider or 3PLS. And lastly, resistance to change. We will communicate the benefit of this thing clearly and offer training and initiatives to ensure employee buy-in. By anticipating this challenge early, we can take proactive measures to ensure smooth execution. Next, I will explain about evaluation, control, and strategic alignment. To make sure our strategy success, we set up clear evaluation and control measure. First, we will track important KPI like revenue from Asian market, sale of green product, profit margin, and liquidity ratios. Second, quarterly performance review will help us compare actual process with target. And if we fall in short, we adjust to our marketing approach, product offer, or pricing strategy. For the part of strategy element, it also create our strategy support Hiap one key goals to make sure the business grow and sustainability. It help build brand value, attract ESG focused investor, and solid our readiness to lead in the Asian market. With this control in place, we can stay on track and adapt as need. So that's all from us. Thank you.